Police are looking for the people responsible for what you could call a shootout at a New Hope gas station on Tuesday afternoon. New Hope police say they got a call around 2 in the afternoon about shots fired at the Holiday gas station on the 7200 block of Bass Lake Road. Police say there was an exchange of gunfire between two groups of people, but those involved left the scene before police arrived. At this time, there are no known injuries. Meanwhile, New Hope police say there's no reason to believe this was a random act and there's no known threat to the public. If you do have any information, police ask that you give them a call. In Plymouth, frustration and disappointment is mounting over a road project that has taken several years to come together.
So that's a lot of frustration that's happening from our city, and I think you hear it from every council member that we don't feel like we're being treated fairly by the county.
Members of the Plymouth City Council want more money from Hennepin County than what's currently approved to make major improvements to County Road 47. The city wants to make wholesale changes to a 4-mile stretch of the road between Brockton Lane and Northwest Boulevard. The work will be done in phases, with construction currently slated to start next spring. The city would fix blind spots and add trails to both sides of the road, part of a $30 million project. The county has agreed to provide $5 million, which would simply cover costs to resurface the road. Council members, however, believe that's not enough.
I think that it's important that the county step up its participation in this project, especially given all that Plymouth does for the county and the surrounding area.
One of the most disappointing things is how long the county has taken to do any improvement on that road and the little improvement that they have done.
Over the next month, some council members plan to make a plea to the county board for more funds. The city also plans to seek $20 million from the state legislature to help pay for the project. Hennepin County libraries plan to expand hours as they slowly get back to pre-pandemic hours. Starting October 24th, libraries will be open more evenings and weekends. Libraries are also resuming in-person story times, and you can use a public computer without an appointment. The Osseo Library is still just accepting returns right now, and the Hopkins Library will also remain closed due to a maintenance project. If you want to see a picture of motivation and potential, take a look at these standout students from Armstrong High School. They are co-presidents of the student body, and teachers say Ava Peplinski and Sophia Pung are doing a good job leading their school.
So it's been key for us to have them involved in everything that we're doing.
When student body co-presidents Ava Peplinski and Sophia Pung walk through the halls at Armstrong High School, they do so with purpose and focus. They didn't just start the year off strong.
They've been hitting the ground sprinting right from the start.
Assistant Principal Robert Ware says these seniors have ideas and the drive to make real change.
Being student leaders, so their voices are huge when you're talking about reaching all students.
I'm proud to be an Armstrong student because to me this school is more than just a school. It's like a community. Everyone comes together to help each other.
Ava and Sophia are Falcon Leaders, a group founded to help freshmen find their way through connections.
I think some students don't necessarily have that direct connection through sports or through siblings, and I wanted to be that connection for them to inspire them to do well at Armstrong.
Sophia Pung does well herself at Armstrong. She's part of Armstrong Media, a 3-sport athlete and a member of several clubs, but always quick to share the spotlight.
Ava and I both have this really hard-working mentality, and we want to do the best we can, and I think that's what drew us together.
This is T2.
Ava Peplinski has a success story of her own. She's also in several clubs and an honors student with a drive to push herself.
There's one thing that greatly changed my life forever, and I am adopted from Colombia, and I learned that if I was in Colombia, I would not have the experiences and the opportunities I have here in America.
Ava is quick to use her leadership and influence to inspire those around her.
Some kids at Armstrong may not have that push, and we want to be that push.
Both co-presidents are not satisfied with the status quo, but want to make the school they love even better.
Whatever your background may be, you have a voice here at Armstrong, and you deserve to have a position here at Armstrong no matter where you come from.
You can bet the influence of these standout students won't end with their high school careers either. Ava hopes to study neuroscience and research Alzheimer's. Sophia has her sights set on biomedical engineering, and she hopes to start a biotech company someday. Winter is coming as we know it in Minnesota, and Three Rivers Park District wants you to start thinking about what you might be doing this winter. Seasonal job openings are waiting to be filled at the Elm Creek Park Reserve Chalet in Tubing Hill. There are 16 positions posted, ranging from instructor positions to clerks and food services. You can find out more information on the Three Rivers Park District website. Baseball players in Plymouth and Wayzata have struggled with having enough field space for all of their teams, but a new donation will help with that problem. The Plymouth Wayzata Youth Baseball Association donated $634,000 to improve the ball fields at Wayzata West Middle School. The money will help the school district with lights, batting cages, bullpens, and scoreboards for the newly constructed ball fields at the middle school. And there are quite a few talented photographers in Plymouth, as we know. The winners of this year's photo contest have been announced. Judges had a tough time choosing winners out of the 275 entries in 5 categories. As we go to break, we'll show you a few of those winners, and you can see all of them on the City of Plymouth's website.
We are winding down play of the regular season for high school volleyball. The top 2 local teams this season have been Champlin Park and Wayzata. Those 2 met up in a possible section tournament preview earlier this week.
Top 10 Class 4A volleyball Monday as 6th-ranked Champlin Park played at top-ranked Wayzata. Late first set, the Rebels' Reese Axness sets the ball outside to Marley Hansen, who drives the ball off blockers' hands and down. CP leads 19-16. But the Trojans come back. Emma Gerger gets up for the block. Wayzata goes on to win the set 25-22. Set 2, and Ella Vogel passes to Stella Swenson, who dumps it over for a point. And the Trojans take a 15-12 lead. This time, though, it's the Rebels who rally late to win. Kylie Stremmel to Allison Kopp, who sets it middle for Claire Caswell for the kill. Rebels win 25-22 and tie the match at 1. Set 3, it's Sophia Johnson, who delivers 3 straight ace serves off the tape and down for points. The Trojans are up 6-1. Jordan Kerpock had a big match for the Rebels. The set goes outside to her, and she scores on the attack. The teams are tied at 11. After falling behind, Wayzata rallies to score 10 of the final 12 points in the set. Katie Revere's kill late helps the Trojans win it 25-19. And the unbeaten Trojans put the Rebels away in 4 sets. Swenson to Olivia Moore for the kill to make it 17-11. Wayzata wins the set 25-14. The Trojans are now 21-0 on the season. The Rebels are 17-4.
The Hopkins girls soccer team is hoping to qualify for the state tournament for the 2nd time in program history. Jay Wilcox has more on the Royals.
It's been a pretty special season so far for the Hopkins girls soccer team. The Royals are ranked 9th in the state in Class 3A and enter the playoffs with a 10-4-1 record.
I think that the reason we are playing so well is because we all get along together, like off the field. We all are very inclusive, and we don't really have groups that separate. But I think I'm really proud of how we're doing, and I think we've worked really hard and we earn it.
That showing earned the Royals the top seed for the Section 6 3A tournament, something that hasn't happened often for Hopkins soccer.
I think number 1 seed gives us a home game every game that we get to play, and I think that that's huge versus just packing the stands and getting our fans in there and just playing on our home turf. I think makes us feel more at home as we take on these teams and try to get to the state final.
It's a huge honor, and it's something that we worked toward. It was a goal going into the season. The teams are so good, anybody can win any game. I don't think it matters too much who's seated where.
It hasn't been all smooth sailing. Top-ranked and undefeated Edina handed the Royals an 8-0 loss in their regular season finale.
playing teams that are hard are always better for you. It helps prepare you for other teams that you're going to play in the future. But I think it made us realize that you really can't take anything for granted.
They know that Edina is a quality team. I think it's a great game for us to have going into section play. Bring us back down a bit and show us what we need to work on.
The road to state for Hopkins usually goes through longtime nemesis Wayzata. The Royals had a win and a tie against the Trojans in the regular season. And yes, a possible section final meeting with second seed Wayzata has crossed their minds.
You know, playing Wayzata at home in the section final is all I think about. I think, you know, in years past we've played them at Wayzata, we've been the lower seed, and they've kicked us out of there, and I'm hoping that this will be our revenge this year.
Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Thanks, Jay. The Royals host Cooper Thursday in the Section 6-3A quarterfinals. One big upset Tuesday night in the Section 5-3A boys tournament. Second-seeded Champlin Park saw their season end with a 4-3 double overtime loss to seventh-seeded Spring Lake Park. The 5-3A semifinals for the boys and girls are Thursday night. That's all for sports. I'm John Jacobson.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.